the grid. So we are looking across the front row. It is Marc Marquez in his fifth. Vinales be able to do something from the front row of the grid, and Rossi has already passed his teammate Valentino Rossi. Will he make Dovizioso in second place? Rossi pushing and shoving for third place, but it looked to me like it's that Miller that's made it better, and he just made a great start from the middle of the second row. Miller and the power of the Ducati down the back straight.
Morbidelli Keith up the back of Cal, unfortunately.
Morbidelli giving him a bit of a rub, rubbing his racing, but not this early. So Rossi in a good position, but almost getting touched by Jack Miller, I think. And then like this, and he's relying obviously on getting a big enough room. But here comes Valentino Rossi, a winner here, of course. Going down into turn one. This is going to be a cracking race. You can see that already. How feisty is Rossi on that opening?
I mean, it wasn't even difficult for Dobby then, was it? Mirror signal manoeuvre.
Maverick Vinales is going to be fairly happy with his opening feed racing on the opening. And here's a man that knows how to pass. Jack Miller sticks out the inside of Valentino Rossi and pulls it down to the 140 mile an hour.
It certainly is, and exactly what's happening then. Vinales is being
turns 9 and 10.
And he's about to get Nakagami'd.
It's really
round the outside.
Racing. Do not leave that gap. Do not show any weakness, otherwise everyone's going to take advantage of it. Vinales, Miller, Morbidelli. What a great ride from Morbidelli. He's come alive since he's been on this Yamaha.
We said Marc Marquez had 2.4 seconds.
39.0. He's still underneath his own lap record around this track. 39 on his own. Mind you, we've seen it at this racetrack before. Someone way out in front, and
Marquez and Rossi, wasn't it? That's from about 3 years ago, but I can't remember who was leading.
Well, I think Cal Crutchlow. Ride through penalty. Cal Crutchlow's got a ride through. Just come up on the monitor. I saw a big fat digit come across.
Here's a jump start. Yeah, I can see that. You see, personally, I preferred Prime.
That ride through penalty, does that mean a ride through the penalty lane, though? Because they're not using the penalty lane. Not a big enough penalty in their case. Which here comes Rossi. That's a good. Cal Crutchlow knows he's got a ride through. He's got, what, 3 laps to take it within, I think.
It's difficult for the riders early part of the race. All you're focusing on is looking forward. You know, I mean, there is the chance of that.
Marquez out front. Bit on the outside of you. They're coming with you. Turn 1. Marquez, Dovizioso. Nyaris has slipped into 8th place. Nakagami 9th. Motoraro in 10th place with Rins.
Really tight. Bear in mind, we've got super slow-mo, so you can really analyse
it as well. You're not allowed to move, are you? That's the problem as well. So what with Stall's second lead, Marquez over Dovizioso leading this bunch at the moment. Miller in 3rd place.
He'll
Came
be
in there hot as well, didn't he?
Livid.
Yeah, look, we cut away from
the lights. You go when the red light goes out. We're going to see it now.
We're going to see it now, that's for sure.
And and that's the problem with this. Once you've done your ride through, what can you do?
In mid
now 7 seconds in the lead. You need 1 minute 40. And at that time, most riders were doing 1 minute 45s.
Well, it was Covey's qualifying position of this year from Qatar. Oh, the Suzuki looked quick.
Wow.
I'll have a bit.
You know, a little bit of hot actually. Nakagami has come alive this weekend, hasn't he?
We were talking about his body language, weren't we? The silver fern through the 43 on the front of his bike. Absolutely class. New Zealand
quite carry the corner speed on the when a Ducati's in front of him, and then he gets out the corner.
And Rins is the next up.
Shout out for Rins, right? He's got clear track in front of him for the
matching Marquez's time. In fact, he was the fastest man last time. Waiting for them to cross line. 12.4 last time around. 40.1 compared with the 40.4 of the Suzuki. This will be a remarkable ride from him from where he's going. He's trying because that thing is beginning to.
Yeah, so how far? He's 3 seconds behind Hafiz Shireen. He's a chance at some points.
Zarco has looked more like a bit like Zarco. We've actually seen him on screen a few times because he's been performing. Looking from Rins and Ducati in later stages. That's what it's going to be about. It's going to have to be a bit of a block pass, I feel, on Petrucci. He's got outside. It's going to be a long way round if he manages to switch it.
Is he going to cut to the inside?
It depends if Petrucci runs it a little wide. On touch with Dovi and Rossi. What was Dovi's time last time? 40.2. He's upped his pace a fraction.
Like now, for example, if he took the front, Marquez, because I mean he's going that fast. He's going faster than anybody.
Marc Marquez, that's hot. He's run that a little wide. That overhead camera shows up every mistake. Look, well, he's just gone grass tracking. That's why. But did it cut out? Is there a problem on? Yeah, he's got a problem. But at this point in the race, doesn't matter how good the tyres are. They are on the move now.
Completely.
Not before. That won't have gone off at all. He's right with Dovizioso as well. We've got 3 laps to go. Rins gone through. So Rins Where did
Miller got him
must
on
have
the straight.
Yeah,
It
Miller
was
must
one
have his momentum. I don't think Rins has got...
Actually, Rins is in the slipstream, so that's probably helped him a little bit.
and it's still hooking up.
Yeah. According to Miller.
According to Miller. So the full factory Ducati is... We won't get a chance. Oh, no. He is.
On the last lap into there.
He's got a hard
If
front
not before.
That won't have gone off at all. He's still sitting there waiting. There goes Rins. Rins has gone through. So
Near the straight. Watch this Ducati power now behind you.
yeah, that's going to upset Rins' momentum. I don't think Rins has got... well, really, Petrucci's on Miller's bike.
According to Miller.
Okay. Here we go then. Marc Marquez. Let's have a listen. We won't hold up. Marc Marquez, we've seen very little of him. He's been out front for such a long time. 12.3. Incredible. You don't see this in MotoGP nowadays.
According to Miller.
Okay. Here we go then. Marc Marquez. Let's have a listen. We won't hold up. Marc Marquez, we've seen very little of him. He's been out front for such a long time. 12.3. Incredible. You don't see this in MotoGP nowadays. Marquez is in a straight line. And two fast riders on him. Is he riding absolutely flat out?
There's certain happy man.
Well, you would be, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would be.
This is going to be down to this close to someone in front and looks this confident. Guaranteed he's going to try and make a pass, and he'll probably make out of all of them. Last lap.
He's so popular, Keith. He has to have that special walkway, doesn't he, from where he gets changed.
Did it last night. That's twice you're upset. Dom.
That's his biggest ever winning margin in the dry. The 12 second.
You've just been told.
Get it right.